All right. So, so, yeah, we did a little bit of mostly kind of a downtime session last time, right? Um,
Right.
we let's fill somebody. Let's have us fill in Betlick Scriden. Let's do it this way. Let's start with Mog. Mog had some interesting doings. Um, so, Mog, do you have a bond that you want to write with another character based on what happened last time and explain why?
Oh, that's a good question. Um,
It can be with an NPC also, right? We can totally write bonds with NPCs.
oh, interesting. Well, I think I rewrote both of my bonds with Elman and Ravolt last session. Um, so I should write one with Elman, but I don't know exactly what kind of action item it would be. He seems like the one who's got the sense to try to not die. I don't know how to turn that into a bond. Because let me.
Maybe.
Well, tell us what your interaction was with Elman to help us guide a new bond.
Well, so I don't know. My whole interaction with Elman has kind of been we met each other when we got the job. He split off. He showed up later, and then we agreed to go with the Ingobatrani, and then he walked with us with the Ingobatrani and made camp. For some reason, freaked out looking at a gym, but like I made out of
No, that was Bedlick. That was Bedlick.
Oh, I'm talking about Betlick this whole time. I have one with Elman already. Sorry.
Okay, so you mean Scriden. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Scriden. I feel like I should have one with Scriden, but I don't. But I think what was notable is when things got really bad, Scriden's like, I'm out. That seems like a pretty logical thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Although I stayed around to protect Ravolt, who I kind of wish had ran. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not a bond yet.
I have a bond with Bedlick that could maybe inspire you.
Okay.
I put in chat. Yeah.
Well, tell us about your situation, Mog, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
explain things from Mog's perspective so far, as far as after the fight with the Black Annis.
Okay, so we had the fight with the Black Annis. A lot of people were really hurt. We're back, and then so Ravolt and Elman had this discussion where Ravolt's trying to get him to not be evil, and Elman's like, "Yeah, I'm not so much about that." And the whole time, I think Mog is just like afraid that Elman is just gonna summon a witch demon again, and kind of doesn't want to have another fight between the party before we get paid. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't have another bond. The only other thing is that I was hitting on Emily a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So that was about it. I don't know if that's a bond-worthy thing.
Well, describe your feelings towards. What are your intentions towards Emily Mog? What are your intentions towards my NPC?
Yeah, I mean, what are my intentions towards her?
You just want to hold hands and exchange promise rings.
Well, like, Mog is not from a monogamous culture. So, Mog's culture, people just have sex with whoever they want to have sex with. And they do it regularly if they can and if they feel like it. So that's probably his intention. Because he's just arrived. But he understands that some cultures are not like that, because I imagine that Knoll culture is not like that. I imagine that Knoll culture is very different. And he has a friend who's a Knoll.
So what has struck you about Emily? What
That's
has
a good question. What
caught
is
your
Emily
eye?
like? I should actually know what Emily's like. She seems reasonable.
She's So first off, she's a halfling. Second, she graduated top of her class and is well versed in healing arts and other magic. Though she is reserved, she loves the pursuit of knowledge. She's my detective.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she seems smart. She's an appropriate size. That's probably not high on his list, but it's nice.
So
She's female.
Is it like Emily is alluring because of her intelligence?
I like that.
Hmm.
She's alluring because of her intelligence and her height.
Well, and she's sensical, right? When I asked her, like, is Ravel's always like this? She's like, yeah, when he's awake. So she seems to get it.
Best be careful, Mog. I don't want to become shotgun dad.
Yeah. Is she young, or do you have a reason to be protective of her? I mean, besides the fact
she's just my good friend.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Yeah. Well, Ravelt, do you have a bond you want to write with somebody based on what happened?
Well, yeah. I already have a bond with Element. I already have a bond with Mog. I don't know Scriden too much. Yeah, it's either the Angobatrani guy or it's with the Annis, but I don't. If I write a bond says I will kill the Annis, it doesn't really serve me at all.
I want to bond with the Annis.
No, I'll write a bond with, or I guess the Duke could also work. Yeah, I'll write one with the Angobatrani guy. I gotta open my notes and find out what his name was.
Mr. Earl. Right.
What was that?
You mean the Mr. or the one we first met?
Hagor.
Hagor, yeah.
I think he was the one that... Was he the one that was sort of in charge? Who was the one that talked to me when they brought the Duke in also? Was it also Hagor?
No, it was not Hagor.
Okay, then I want that guy.
It was, that was the Mystero. I don't know that I established a name for him.
Probably not.
Let me bring this up real quick. I has names. So this fella who came out of the summoner's coin and helped attack both the Duke and then Black Annis and is now sort of running the joint. There's another Mystero with him. That's the woman who actually use the summoning circle, right, to speak with Elman. So she's another one. But I think his name is. We're gonna call him Galifa.
Galifa. Cool. I'm just trying to get the spelling for. I think that's how I spelled it. Yeah. Now I need the name of this dumb town. Velsund.
So what's the bond you're writing with Galifa?
So Galifa promised once the Skinner is dealt with, the Ingo Vitrani will leave Belsund. I will hold him to that.
Yeah, so he made a deal with you while you were recovering. You were all burnt to crap, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hurt myself bad.
You nearly died. You guys have been kept in their dungeon. They salved you with some kind of weird snail slime. You've been in bed rest, and they negotiated with you, right?
Yeah. Sort of. I mean, there was an era of, like, you know, you kind of don't have choices, I think. But, yeah. Yeah, yeah, basically, like, they basically said that they did this out of desperation. That this guy wouldn't have helped them if they didn't take drastic measures, so all they want is the Skinner gone so they can go move back home.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. What about you, Elman? Do you have a bond you want to write with somebody based on what happened?
Kind of want an extra bond with Ravels, but I mean, I want to bond with Mog too, but there's just I can't find anything to bond over.
Yeah, I think my bond with you is to avoid you at this point because you're terrifying. But
There's a bond.
Yeah.
I will spook the shit out of Mog.
no.
Oh, I guess I could do the Sir Peach.
Oh yeah.
Bond over Sir Peach.
Yeah, sure. You could do that. I mean, I don't know if you got to know him well. I think it was like 2 days or 3 days. Mog still does not know what happened with Sir Peach. He's just less about that than Steven, you know.
Mog seems concerned about the well-being of Sir Peach. I'll reunite them at least once before the adventure's over. There we go.
So he's gonna come back, but you're never gonna tell anybody. Yeah, that was me. I turn into things. It's amazing.
Gotta keep up the illusion.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I can't have bonds. I'm at my maximum.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Sir
fine.
Peach.
Here's what I want to know about. You had a talk with Raveld about
Yes.
the Black Annis and other topics. How did that go?
I think we reached a point in the conversation where we couldn't move forward because we were stuck in our ways. Like he wants something I cannot offer, and I want something he cannot offer. So for now we're stuck in our positions. And I changed one of my bonds the session before, where instead of convincing him of my good actions, this is quotations all over. Right? I change it to Ravel expects an answer where there's none. Perhaps the Skinner's blood will help formulate one. Which is essentially what happened is I told him I would answer his questions about Black Annis after we're done dealing with the Skinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now, he kind of wants to kill me. I feel like.
Well, I don't want to, but it's kind of my duty.
Yeah, he feels like another option. But I'm gonna show him. Maybe there's another way.
He's hoping.
Okay, that's fine. So Betlick, last great hope of the marches, true light.
The light of the marches.
The fastest man
It's
alive.
written on the screen. Just read it. Read the prompt.
Go fuck yourself, West Marches. You ran away. Bravely ran away. You weren't here for the fight with the Black Annis. It was brutal. It was horrible. Many died. You made your escape swiftly, as you had said you were doing. You have been outside the estate for some time. It's been like a week or two. As people in the town have been in a clamor, wondering what's happening, right? Wondering what's become of the Duke and the city and everything else. Slowly, news starts to trickle out of the estate into the ears of the general populace. And your entourage, they are terrible gossips, so you've had no end of news and misinformation, but you've been able to verify a few of the things that they've said. A group known as the Ingobotrani, which you had first-hand dealings with, assaulted the Duke in order to capture him and force him to do their bidding. Then things get a bit murky. Now, you were there, and maybe you do or don't understand exactly what went down, but some sort of demon or monster or something was summoned that attacked. And things went terrible. When you were running away, there were gouts of magical smoke. There was flame being tossed around. Blood being spilled everywhere. The Sunhawks, the mercenary barbarians, came riding in to try and protect the Duke, but this horrible fell creature drove them back even. And things were quiet for a time afterward. That fight, however it ended, well, there are still some marks left. The manor itself, there is still damage. There is a great flaming hand that has risen into the sky above the manor and still rests there. You can see it day and night. Some say it is an ill omen, a mark of the demon. Others say it is a beacon of hope. You're not sure about that. Not until at least you can get a hold of your former companions again, right? And then there's news, most recently, that an accord has been struck. That there will be a great quest heading north to the mines. The Duke yet lives and has announced that he has nominated champions to go and deal with this menace in the mines once and for all. And they call out names, and you recognize these names. They are Ravolt. They are Emily de Poitiers. They are Tiny Chocolate Fun. They are Mog Feldspar of Tuadun. They are Smirking Elman, and people gasp that he will purchase his life with one last deed under the watchful gaze of the Paladin Ravolt, and then shall be banished in lieu of execution. never to be seen again except on pain of death here in the lands of Velsen, here in the home of Duke Conbald. Betlic, hearing all of this news, seeing what you've seen, do you have any bonds you want to write with anybody?
First of all, I'd like to say that it was a tactical retreat for the betterment of my political career here in the Marches.
And I just want to add real quick, it was incredibly manly retreat, right?
Exactly.
His bosom did heave with courage as he sought better vantage point, right? Fools and cowards rush in. Betlic.
Precisely.
Yes, the light must remain afar,
Exactly.
that it may shine hope and truth upon the eyes of lesser folk.
Ladies and gentlemen, the spokesman of the Light of
We played different sessions.
Hammer. Ravel Mog. I do have one with them. I'm gonna have one with all of you. I want to write one with. It appears that Ravelt likes to rush into great danger. I must protect him from himself.
Alright.
Everyone has a bond with Rabble to protect him from himself.
I'd like to see Betlic do that, though.
I mean, this is strange
That's
to me,
invisible.
Betlic. Like, you usually command from the shadows.
Oh, I'm not gonna do it up front, of course. No, I'll
Right.
probably have someone else do it for me. But
Oh, okay.
by extension, it is me protecting him,
I've got you now. I've got you.
and also then he owes me favors and Paladin on my side. I like it. It's good. There's always a reason.
There's always a reason.
Cool. So one last thing, Betlic. We didn't do XP at the end of the session when you went to get your vantage point after Black Annis. So I just gave everybody 3 because I forgot to go over it at the beginning of that next session. So take 3 XP, Scriden.
Oh yeah, one away.
And what have you been doing in this time, like these last few weeks? How have you been spending your time? Basically, I gave everybody like a downtime move or equivalent thereof.
But of course, I've been. Shit, what have I been doing? Good question. Probably researching the mine. See if anyone has charted any routes in this mine, right? There's been miners in the mine, right? So like someone had somewhere. There must be documentation.
That's cool. Yeah. So let's call that a spout lore. And is your entourage helping with that? I'm sure they are.
Oh
right?
yeah, man, it's the same table, probably the same table we were before in the end, right? We got maps everywhere. There's books laying around. People are scribbling away. People are holding their face in their hands as they've been up for like a day trying to research because Betlic is pushing them.
Yeah. Spout lore and add their learning.
Let's see, that's one. +1. It's all right.
Just 7. So part of what the trouble that first happened with this place before the Skinner was that the mines were opening up a bunch of new veins, and that's when they discovered trouble down below. That's when the Duke's men were killed, the mines were shut down, and things got out of hand the first time. So you do get a hold of a map that is a good area before their massive expansions. So in the earlier areas of the mines, you do have a useful map, but once you get down deeper into the stranger sections, yeah, you won't have a map that's good for that. But it'll be good at the beginning for sure.
The mines have a specific name.
I think they're just called the, Conbald Silver Mines or the Velson Silver Mines. They don't have like a fanciful name.
Cool.
Okay. Well, what think ye, brave adventurers? Let's lead with Betlick again. Do you try to get in touch with everybody now that they?
I do.
Where do you? So I think the best time for that would be, you guys have recovered as much as you can recover, right? Even if you've cleared your debilities, like you're still badly burned, Ravelt. You will not ever, like, that will be a problem in the future probably, and Elman also, right? Like, magical healing can do a lot to get you back on your feet, but your wounds were both magical in nature also, so there is something not quite 100% about you that will probably remain for till the end of the adventure, basically.
Yeah, about that. So,
What did we write?
I think we should this Smirk. Yeah, when you guys meet Smirk physically for the first time, right? It looks like Smirk, but it aged like 60 years, right? His hair is fully white now. He's missing his left eye, so there's an eye patch. There should have been an eye. This huge scar. Like, it's probably from fighting the Chul.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see there's some wrappings around his left forearm, but they're bulky, like double the size of a human forearm. So yeah.
Yeah, he has been twisted, misshapen by the demon's blood. So when they bring him out, you guys are gathering like in the front courtyard area of the manor. It is the time for you to set out. Mog, Ravelt, and Ravelt's crew are all gathered out, and then you see Elman brought out from inside. They're bringing him up from the dungeon. I think his hand, they're treating him like Hannibal fucking Lecter, right? Like, his hands and feet are like shackled, as he's sort of like shuffling, and he is surrounded by, guys with swords already drawn, right? And the Mistero behind him, Galifa. Just eyes fixed on him, ready to consume him with horrible flame should anything go awry. And they bring him out. And they hand you the chains, Ravelt, and the key. And they say, whatever you wish to do with him. We believe we have secured his cooperation.
Yeah. So yeah, I stare Elman in the eyes for a bit.
Yeah. A wink.
Of course. Yeah, and I guess I look at Galifa and just I'll unchain him when we're out of town.
And, he says, should there be violence between the two of you, you have both been sworn to see the quest to the end.
Do I have a gag over my mouth or something?
No, there's no gag.
Okay, then I say out loud, I've given you my word. That's about as much as you'll get and as much as you need.
Yeah.
The schooner will die.
He nods, and when things are done, we have promised to Elman banishment over execution. We would ask if you feel moved by passion over how he has wronged you, to give him a stretch of time, one passing day, to proceed where he will.
Yeah.
That's mighty generous.
Yeah. So.
And give myself a
And I don't like Galifa either. And all that. So I look at him as he talks and back at Elman, and maybe I get like the flashes of him on his magic carpet saving the day and saving all those people, and just sure, I'll give him that much. But unblinking staring at you, Elman, like, that's all I'll give you.
He says, very well. Proceed on.
Before. Now. There was another promise. Does he have a gun, like a pistol?
The Mystero does not, no.
Well, okay. I was promised one of your peculiar weapons by one of your own, I think, Hagen.
Hogan.
Hagor promised you a pistol.
Yes, exactly.
He gestures over at somebody, and they bring him a pistol and some shot and some powder, and he takes them and holds them in front of you, Elman, and he gives them to Ravelt, and he says, they were promised him. When you feel
Fair enough.
When you feel it's appropriate.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him and put him in his bag of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cool. Yeah, all right. So I nod it. I keep looking at Khalifa and just and don't forget what you promised me.
He said, who will not?
I turn to my squad.
Squad.
And which I guess Mog's part of my squad, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
It's
the Mog squad.
I turned to all of them. Yeah, the Mog squad. Yeah, I turned to them and just and now I'm smiling. Now I'm smiles for them, and just yeah, just all right. I hope you've all been keeping yourselves fit and ready. I kind of do some stretches a little bit. Unfortunately, I've been bedridden, but I think that we've got this. Okay, then I look up at the sun. We're burning daylight. Let us heave off.
Raffelt stares directly into the sun, as he often does.
Yeah.
Longing for some burning.
Cool, and you guys set off. So Scriden, where do you waylay these friends of yours?
Perhaps at the gate of the city.
Okay.
I come walking about, and if they ignore me, then I say, adventurers, friends, I have come with great news. After I went away in search of a map, for I foresaw us needing a map.
Yeah.
Ah, that guy.
Good man, I thought I had killed you.
You're still like
That's
a
all I
jacket
say.
on a roller.
I'm quite
Yeah.
surprised you aren't dead yourself, but good.
Yeah, I'll walk up to Betlick and put a clasp his shoulder. Again, smiles. I smile for my friends. Just,
I get it.
yeah. It's good to see you in one piece. I was worried. You look, and yeah, I look him over and like, yeah, you look good. I look at his like, I guess, entourage. Kind of like nod at them, and it's you. So yeah. I assume you've heard then. We brave the mines.
Ah, yes, the mines. I foresaw that as well. Yes, I have prepared many documents. We shall not go in blind.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll wrap my arm around him and just it's good to have you back. All right, and kind of just kind of walk him back to the squad. And yeah, good. I'm feeling better about this already.
Great.
Wait, I should roll my warlock thing. I just remembered.
Yes, yeah.
It took me time to roll.
Yeah, we messed around with the warlock. If you've updated all that.
Yep. I have.
So you roll plus charisma.
Yeah. Okay. Hey.
All right, so you have 2 hold.
Cool.
What yeah, and what circle of spells did you take? Was it blood magic?
I took blood magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking him up with the blood magic.
Seems appropriate. We're going to be facing a blood mage, so
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay. So we are again, you guys are like quite a few people now. You guys are like 20, 30 people. It's good shit.
yeah. 4 like worthy people and cannon fodder, but yeah. Yes. You can't tell that from the distance.
So when do you hand his weapons back when you're outside of town, Raveld?
Yeah, once we're like maybe like a mile from town, that's when I'll like stop and turn to him and slowly unlike lock him.
Could I have lockpicked my manacles by then?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, you just like
Okay.
hold up the manacles already lockpicked, just like.
Right. Yeah. Just yeah. I go to unlock and you just hand them to me. Just sort of. I like pick up his bag of crap and like shove it at him.
Yeah. I grab it. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I watch him gear up. You know.
So you have a gun.
Cool.
Whoa. Let's talk about what the gun does.
Okay.
I have totally already written a move, and weapons up. So here is your pistol in the tags. Close, near, 2 piercing. Obviously the piercing only works if you're shooting it, but it has close. because you can spin that fucker around and like bash somebody with it. Powder. The powder tag is a unique tag. We'll talk about that. You have to reload it, and it is dangerous. We'll talk about how it's dangerous. The gun uses ammo, but it doesn't use bullets. Its ammo is powder, so you have like a powder horn. You totally have bullets and shit, but I calculate the ammo using powder. Here are the tags for powder. You have 3 ammo, and it weighs 1.
Okay. Okay. Here's what happens. Dennis, I finished gearing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take out the pistol and the powder, and I give it to Ravels, right?
Oh.
Look him in the eyes. I tell him, just in case I lose it again. Take this as a step towards my apology. What happened in Delsand, well, that's not what I wanted. Mostly. You see, it wasn't me who did that. It was Anna's. I am not myself. Ever since I made the deal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. He gives me the gun. He says all this stuff, and like maybe that is a little surprising. Like, oh, all right. And he says all that, and that's great. I'm still so skeptical, though. I think like what goes through Ravel's mind just, oh, he gave me what's wrong with it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, like I look at the powder and stuff, and I don't know what the fuck these things do. Well, I don't know. You know, I know how they work, I guess, but not whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, all right. And kind of slowly nod, and I'll put these things away. Just yeah. I don't think I say anything to him. I just sort of.
You don't want to do the thing?
What thing?
The being open and being honest?
Oh, I can't. You're right. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that I spent a level up on that.
I gotcha.
Really?
Oh man,
You're a bard boy now?
I've had it
Yeah.
for a while, Justin.
Oh.
I've had it so long.
I was going to use it last session.
It's from Good
forgot.
Samaritan.
Sweet.
Because I certainly am one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh man, thank you. So yeah, he hands me these things and I put them away and just it's a good speech, but yeah, but no one just sells their souls on a whim. You're not yourself.
Well,
Do it. That's all fine and good, but you were the one who signed it.
Yes. I signed it. I must admit, I was someone else back then. I was powerless, useless. I was young, naive. I thought maybe power would help me. Help me change things in the marches. It seems power has changed me. And
Okay.
for that, I apologize.
This is perfect. This leads me to my perfect question that will solve everything. You're different now. You realize that you've made a mistake. Tell me.
I made many mistakes.
I point at you. I poke you.
Don't poke me.
Yeah, just
Stop.
yeah. I mean, I could just say the question, I guess. Yeah. You realize you made the mistake. You shouldn't have done it. Yet you didn't answer my question back at the manor. Tell me, Elmond, who do you serve?
The users. Okay, fine. No more Tron jokes.
No.
Yeah, whom do you
Stand
serve?
back. Okay. Okay. I have a doubt as a player now. I don't serve Annis anymore, but I kinda do. Because I'm his bitch, her bitch.
Well, yeah, like,
Yeah.
I get you're still connected to her and all that, but, like,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't want to be, I think that's enough. Like, you know, you can...
Yeah.
Giving a different answer, I think it's perfectly fine, because you don't live for her, right?
Okay. And this is being honest because I can't lie.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look
Can't
at
let-
you. I look down, look up. I serve only myself. I am my own man. There are no laws more than my own. That's who I am.
Cool. You get to ask me one now if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Let me get the thing. So I don't know the questions.
Who do you serve? That god I can't stop talking about. What do you like?
Sophia. Oh, sorry, I was just never paying attention.
Well, he talks about God, but in truth, Ravolt is a slave to the rhythm.
That rhythm's
Oh
gonna get
shit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, here. There's. I think I can pull this off. Maybe without fucking it up. So I look at Ravolt. I tell him that. Right. What's your reaction?
Yeah. Well, maybe I smirk a little bit. And just yeah, just
I become Elman.
Oh, that's a better answer than I expected.
You can't deny things are not as they should be. Okay, phone. You can wait a second. Fuck off. Okay? Important speech coming out.
There's fucking important shit going on.
You can't deny things are not as they should be in the marches. Even Conbald, he sent men to die in the mines, and he's seen no repercussion. Running around, destroying cities. Nothing happens. There's a need for someone else to enter the picture. Someone who can fix things, but not be... How do I put this? Do you want to make things right, Rebel?
Yeah. And I look confused. And yes, of course.
How far are you willing to go to make things right?
Is this one of those questions, or I mean, I'll answer it. I don't mind, but
Yeah, let's get a question to guide that. What's the question you're asking, Elman? Is it how can I get you to overthrow the Duke?
No. It's... Your guys are gonna kill me, but how can I get you to join the Syndicate? I think that's my question.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is an interesting one. Like, yeah, so you like, how far are you willing to go? And then it can I get you to yeah, I guess, yeah, for that initial question, which I guess would maybe lead into this, because I feel they are very different things. Just yeah, like how far I'm willing to go. As far as needs be, provided I don't lose my own way. Burn myself to a crisp. before I strayed or let evil prevail. I have to be a dumb superhero. I forgot.
Yep.
So what's your answer to that? Like,
Yeah. So when you bring up I guess you actually say the words "the syndicate" to me.
No,
No.
I think
Sure.
like you met some of us,
fucking better not.
but besides us.
Yeah. Um. So, I just want to know, like, all right, but you bring up that you're part of some sort of group.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. How can I get you to join? Okay. Yeah. Just you can prove to me that what you want is just and right, and of course I'd lend my sword. But so far, what I've seen, I look at him. You seem to be a mixed bag.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Just lie really good to me, I guess.
That's what I was gonna do anyway. No change of plans. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're good to cut there. And Ravolt, if you're interested in using the gun, there is a custom move for using a gun. It's crazy balls.
Oh shit.
It could like balloon into doing a bunch of damage, right? It's a gun. It could blow through armor and like burst somebody's skull into pieces. It could backfire and explode in your own face. They're highly. That's the dangerous tag, right?
Holy shit. Yo, you better get this weapon back or I'm gonna kill you.
Guns are powerful and dangerous. Yeah.
So much. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the cards away. Come.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. I think okay. Just so we can move on. I would never fire. Firing this thing would kill me. Flat out.
Yeah,
sure.
So yeah, you give me all this thing. Like I know that you don't serve the Annis, all that. And I'm like, maybe like all right, let's go. I'll like spin the gun around and like hand it back to you. There you go. You can kill yourself with it.
Cool. All right. Well, let's take a break there. When we come back, we are going to perilously journey our way to the silver mines.
Cool.
Neat.
So let's take 5 minutes.
All right.
Time to make some